funny, dreadful shite movies. This is Chris.
Hello there.
Silence, scum!
And some people say he has questionable taste in movies, so he's on a mission to find out if this is true by watching the most painfully bad movies he can find to see if he can get any pleasure from them.
You using the whole fist, Doc?
Just relax.
Ho ho,
Dirty hoe!
welcome back to the BDSM Cinematic Dungeon. And welcome to Bondage. James Bondage.
Balls cue.
So, I bet you want to know what James Bondage is. It's a chance for me to re-watch Bond movies and see which ones are my favourites and which ones I enjoy the least. Also, I'm going to be watching the non-canon ones, Never Say Never Again, and the strangely psychedelic Casino Royale 1967. So, because it's the silly season, I'm going to start with the most overlooked and only Christmas Bond movie.
I thought Christmas only comes once a year.
On Her Majesty's Secret Service. I can hear you saying, it's not a Christmas movie, like Die Hard, not a Christmas movie, but it is. On Her Majesty's Secret Service has a Christmas song.
Do you know how Christmas trees are grown?
Blofeld wishes Bond a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, 007.
There's gift giving, but the gift giving is, perfume bottles full of bloody foot and mouth disease. But it still makes it a Christmas film. On Her Majesty's Secret Service has George Lazenby playing Bond for his only one outing and stars two Avengers. Not those Avengers. It's Diana Rigg, and there's a brief glimpse of Joanna Lumley. And Telly Savalas plays Blofeld. The plot is...
On Her Majesty's Secret Service is the 6th installment in the James Bond series. The plot revolves around James Bond, who goes undercover to uncover the true reason for Ernst Stavro Blofeld's allergy research in the Swiss Alps involving beautiful women from around the world. Bond woos a mob boss's daughter and becomes very close friends with her to get help from her father. He heads off to hunt down Ernst Stavro Blofeld one more time. This takes him to Switzerland, where he must pose as Sir Hilary Bray to discover Blofeld's secret plan.
So, what is Blofeld's plan? It really is the silliest villainous plan in any Bond movie. It's even worse than View to a Kill, where Max Zorn plans to create a worldwide microchip monopoly by destroying Silicon Valley, but unaware that Taiwan is the undisputed leader of manufacturing semiconductors. It's even worse than Elliot Carver from Tomorrow Never Dies, who wants exclusive broadcast rights in China by trying to start World War III, but not realising his exclusive broadcast rights would only last about a year because it's the start of the internet boom. And none of his future plans involves the internet.
Gentlemen and ladies, hold the presses. This just in. By a curious quirk of fate, we have the perfect story with which to launch our satellite news network tonight. It seems a small crisis is brewing in the South China Seas. I want full newspaper coverage. I want magazine stories. I want books. I want films. I want TV. I want radio. I want us on the air 24 hours a day. This is our moment. And 1 billion people around this planet will watch it, hear it, and read about it from the Carver Media Group.
So, what can be sillier than them? This.
Ernst Stavro Blofeld, the leader of Spectre, plans to hold the world at ransom by threatening to destroy its agriculture using his brainwashed women, demanding amnesty for all past crimes, and that he be recognized as the current Count de Bluchamp.
Oh, God. So, let's get this bondage, Jane's bondage, underway.
Gay boys in bondage.
Wow. That's a bit slower than I remember. Slightly more talky. It's all very front-loaded with them talking, and it doesn't get going quite so fast as the rest. But when it does, it goes quite well. And also, you can feel it's a very proto-Daniel Craig-style Bond. It's a pity they didn't carry it on. George Lazenby is a very good Bond. His fighting style's very vicious. His punching. He's like a small tank. He's almost, say, like Daniel Craig Bond in that way. Because you can never think like Roger Moore punching anybody and George Lazenby, not George Lazenby. But Timothy Dalton was never a good puncher. I really wish that George Lazenby did a few more. I think they'd have made the early Roger Moore ones really different if he did him instead. Diana Rigg, she's not your usual damsel in distress type Bond girl. She doesn't sit on her ass. She gets captured once, and she gets punched in the face twice by Bond. She saves Bond twice, steals his car, drives off, which involves a bloody fourth wall break.
It's never happened to the other fella.
Like I said, the plot is very silly. Very, very silly. And a bit drawn out too. But the stunts, those skiing stunts are great. Because there's no CG, and you know actual people did the stunts, making it feel way more impressive. Like I heard, like the cameraman had the camera in between his legs as he was skiing to film all the chases. So he was going down bloody mountains with a camera strapped between his legs. But what lets the stunts down is the intercut shots of the stars with the rear projection. It looks really out of place, but other than that, top notch. The ending. I have to admit, the ending is darker than most of the classic Bonds. It's going to be a spoiler, but I bet you've seen it, and it is bloody from the 60s, so if you've not seen it by now, I don't think you ever will. Bond and Diana Rigg get married, and as they're driving off, she gets shot in the head. And then there's a really sad moment, crying bit, and then suddenly it cuts off really quick to the Bond theme. It's very jarring. All in all, On Her Majesty's Secret Service isn't the greatest Bond, but I enjoyed it. So, I'm going to give it a middle-of-the-road score. 2.5 out of 5. That's it for another year. So, I'm going to have the rest of December off and come back in the new year. So, I'll see you then. I haven't decided what film I'm going to pick. Don't know if I'm going to go for classic, high-rated, another Bond, or the lowest of the low. I'll let you know. So, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And see you in 2024.
If you would like to help Chris on his journey through cinematic pain and pleasure, then you could join our Facebook group, www.facebook.com/groups/BDS movies. And you can contact Chris by email at bdsmpodmovie@gmail.com for movie recommendations, feedback, or just to say hi. Please don't forget to rate, subscribe, and
And all that jazz.
Free bagels.